Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey, Spencer Hughes on the Daybreak Show as we welcome in two great guests for some updates around the community from the Shelton Centennial Lions Club. Kathy McDowell, April Pruitt. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you.
Hey, nice to see you.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that the Centennial Guild has been up to, the club has been up to, especially how have you changed things since March?
Well, we've done a lot of Zoom.
I bet.
And we kind of got tired of that, so I started just really pounding on people's doors, restaurants and facilities, and they were able to take us. We've moved around a lot, but we're meeting together as a group, which we sacrifice the every time in the same restaurant for being together. So
how many folks are in the club these days?
We have about 22 members, I believe, and we have anywhere from 8 to 10, 11 people show up for the meetings.
That's great.
Pretty good.
That's a pretty good turnout, especially with all the unknown that's going on. You just don't know what's happening. Got a couple things to talk about. First, this upcoming weekend is Halloween, and you guys are doing some raffles to help out with the YMCA. Is that right?
Yep.
So what's the story on that?
I thought, there's so many people on Facebook and stuff, and people like to do raffles. I mean, I do. I think it's fun. Mm-hmm. So anyway, decided to put together a basket, a fall basket with, all sorts of goodies in it, and a cedar planter box that one of our members made. And we're raffling those off for $5 a ticket or 3 for $10. We are going to draw on Halloween. So we've done pretty good with that. That's
great. That's great. Good to always do whatever you can to support these types of organizations. April, tell me a little bit more about what's happening with the hoops for the community. How's that all coming along?
Great. Actually, Kathy is going to talk more about the hoops, and I'm going to talk more about the apples.
Perfect. Well, then let's lead into the apples then.
Okay. So the apples, this year we were able to sell 106 boxes, which is really great, all things considering, because last year we only sold 56. So I don't know what happened, but yay.
Wow. That is impressive.
I know. We had some really hard-working people out there selling some apples.
And so where did these monies go? How do they get back to help the community?
Well, every year it pays for the hearing and sight band that we have when we go to the grade schools, which obviously we're not doing this year, but that's pretty much what that helps pay for because everything costs money.
And that's something that not just the Centennial Lions, but like Lions overall, that is one of their huge pushes every year is to make sure kids get their eyes and ears checked.
Yeah, it's very important. It's great to detect that in grade school level so that they can get the help that they need. So it's a big deal. It's the national thing for the Lions. They're a big thing.
Very cool. Now, Kathy, let's talk about the hoops program. This has been a long time conversation as well.
This is a dream. This has been going on probably about 5 years ago when the Downtown Visioning thought it would be great to have that parking lot across from the Civic Center, across from the church to be paved.
Yeah.
And sort of basketball court at the end. Well, as we all know, there was no money in the community. So one night I was sitting thinking, a Lions Club could raise the money for this. So we went forward on a GoFund and we raised with private donations and on the computer on Facebook, we raised close to $7,000.
That's awesome.
And so the project should be done spring of 2021.
Okay.
A big hoop celebration that'll also be used. That parking lot will be used for pickleball tournaments, and we'll have that's what that's going for.
That's great, Kathy. I know we've talked about this for a long time. You mentioned many years since the Visioning Project, and it would be a nice place, not only for folks in, downtown, but a lot of those city workers, maybe on a lunch break, pick up games, get a little exercise. That would be another great gem in the community, I think.
Well, and we're encouraging being close to the police department. We're going to buy basketballs for the police department. And I'm saying, you guys are going to get out there and play basketball with these kids different adults. And so that's going to be a neat project for the police department to
That'll
do
be a
also.
fun one. You know, you see that every so often online, a video that goes viral of an officer coming and playing a pickup game with some kids
Yeah.
there. And that's the type of community policing that outgoing police chief Jerry Moody has really been focusing on his whole time in the city of Shelton. It's just been this is going to be a great one. April, talk to me a little bit about why you joined the Lions and what it means for you to help out the community in this way.
Well, actually, I joined the Lions. They came to me. It was a brand new charter because they used to have the Shelton Lions, but then this is a new charter. And, you know, they talked about what they could do for the community and what they were doing. And, you know, I knew a little bit about them from back when I was younger. And my sister played on the Elks, and then I knew about the Lions, and there's all these different, and the Eagles. So I knew a little bit about the Lions. And so I was excited to get, you know, to start with something new. And then they talked about how they would love to get together and help with the veterans. And of course, that's close to my heart. And so like for the Veterans Village, they're going to help with landscaping and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a great club and really great heart of people.
And there is a movement on that Veterans Village. You're going to come back on, I think, in the next couple of weeks or so, because there's an open house coming up in the middle of November.
Yes, we're going to have obviously a Zoom open house. So we'll have all kinds of information and questions and answers and the executive director. And so hopefully we'll get lots of people. It's on Facebook right now. So we're letting the public know about it.
Awesome. Well, we'll get back on and talk about that. The Shelton Centennial Lions Club is on Facebook, facebook.com/Shelton Centennial Lions. We'll put the links to that as well when we post this. But again, some opportunities. Kathy, where can folks this week find you or find somebody to get in on the raffle for the Halloween drawing?
We have the box and the seat with the cedar box and the gift box, both down at Denny's Auto Center. And the box, you can purchase the tickets there, and
or you can mail to Post Office Box 2443.
Yes.
And just mention it's for the raffle tickets, and you have up until, you know, the 31st, but definitely get it in by the 25th if you can.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's great, for sure.
Jeff, one more thing.
Please.
Jeff, one more thing. Going back to the tiny village, one thing that the Lions Club wants to do is spend some time with the veterans at the village, baking, having dinner with them, you know, once a month, baking pies, cookies, whatever. So that's another project we're going to do.
That's another great thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, when that's all comes about down the road, we'll make sure folks are aware of that. Kathy McDowell, April Pooler-Pruitt, good to see you both. Nice to see you safe and well. And we're going to check in down the road on the Veterans Village here coming up in November. But until then, be well, and let's talk again in a little bit.
Thank you.